Video resume, do you need one? Welcome back guys, this is Victoria from PsychHunt. Today in this video I'm going to talk about the video resume and do you actually need one? Nowadays, many employers, apart from the traditional paper-based resume, they might ask for a video resume. What is video resume in fact? Video resume is a short video, usually up to 90 seconds, created by the job seeker, where they have the opportunity to introduce themselves, share about their skills and experience. For some situations and industries, the video resume can be a great catch, and it can affect your job application, and it can somehow even help you to succeed in the application process. However, it can never be a guarantee that you will actually get that job. So as a video resume has in the same time advantages but disadvantages depending on the situation and context, in this video I'm going to explain whether a video resume can be a good idea or not really. If you're applying to jobs which are into visual arts and creative field, then you can make a really good use of your time to create a video resume in order to highlight your creativity. For these jobs, usually creativity is one of the relevant skills. So that's why it will make a great sense if you create the video resume. For example, these areas can include filmmaking, editing, dancing, or even teaching. In the same time, if you're applying to a job which involves a direct visual presentation of yourself, like marketing, PR, or even editing, or even teaching, as I said before, then it will be a good use of your time to create that video resume so you can stand out from other applicants who don't have the video resume. In the same time, you can highlight your technology skills, for example, while creating the video resume if they're really needed for the job. The second situation when the video resume can be a great idea is if you have gray zones in your CV. For example, you have a huge employment gap in your CV or inconsistencies between positions, or maybe you had a sudden career change or even job hopping. It will be kind of hard to explain your reasons in the traditional two-page paper-based CV. So that's why in that kind of case, you will have an entire space and time to justify your reasons during the video resume, explain maybe the job hopping or any other employment gaps, so the employer will become familiar with your personal situation and context. Another example is if the job position is for beginner level without working experience, and let's say you want to apply to work as a recruiter but you have zero recruitment experience, then you can use your time in the video resume to explain your motivation, because that way you can really make a good use of your time to create this video resume. The first situation when the video resume might not really be a good idea is if you're not good with technologies. For example, the video resume may sound really exciting to you and super cool, and you will think that it can kind of facilitate your application process. If you're aware that you're not proficient with technologies, then you're kind of risking your chances because of poorly created video. So if you decide to make that video resume, you have to make sure that you do it well or simply do not do it. Because if your video looks inappropriate or unprofessional, then you're risking your chances for your application to be shortlisted or even to be invited for an interview, even though your application might be strong. So if you're not applying for a visual arts role, or if you have very poor filming or editing experience, then your video might look as unprofessional. And the second situation when the video resume is definitely not a good idea is if you're aware that you're not qualified for the job. So again, you might be too excited to make that video resume, but you're 100% aware that you're not qualified for the job, which means that you're not fitting even the must-have skills from the job description. Then in that case, I would suggest you to just not take the risk. Of course, it's completely understandable if you're not fitting 100% of the skills in the job description, but if you're not really meeting the basics and the must-have skills, then it's definitely not acceptable. If you're not a good match for the job, really, no visual effects, advanced technological tools, or background music can really change that. In that case, your video resume will not add any value to your application. You will just waste your time, so I will suggest you to just skip it. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. My question for you today is, what do you think about video resume? Is it a good or bad idea?